Welcome back to Before You Summon, the show where you get all the information you need about each and every Project Sekai event before they happen. I do want to remind everyone that the A Yearning for Spring, A Moment in a Night Gacha will start rerunning on April 17th, so if you're going to summon for the 1.5 anniversary MEIKO, you should have your gems on the ready. But it is also worth reminding everyone that this gacha does have a confirmed rerun date in November of this year, meaning that you have another shot if you rather wait at the current moment. I also want to request that you help me play the algorithm a bit. If these videos help you or entertain you, please consider subscribing. Subscribing is free, takes less than a minute, and does help me get pushed further out into the algorithm so more people can be helped by my content. And if you do regret your choice later, you can always change your mind. And while you're down there, you can help me even further by leaving a comment about the new short form content I am trying. Do you think the videos work, or do you think that there's something I should change? Please, down in the comments, tell me. And while you're down there, please ring the bell so you get notifications for each new event video and monthly preview. But with that, let's get into the next event, being Get Over It. Get Over It will run from April 11th to April 19th, with the gacha Space Colony running from April 11th to April 21st. Get Over It is a Leonid unit focused event in the pure attribute, meaning that the focus characters are Saki, Honami, Ichika, Shiho, and Leonid MEIKO. This is a permanent marathon event, meaning that the focus cards will enter the standard gacha pool once the event ends. Getting into the event bonus section, this is, as already stated, a Leonid unit focused event, meaning that all virtual singers with the Leonid tag can give the 50% bonus, and all virtual singers with the virtual singer tag can give the 40% bonus, not only the focus character Leonid MEIKO. Returning to standard format after the 2.5 anniversary, we have 3 cards with the 70% bonus, being Saki with the card The Willingness to Accept Everything, Honami with the card To Overcome This Feeling, and MEIKO with the card Reassuring Warmth. As for cards with a 50% bonus, this time around we are lacking a 1-star card, but we do have 5 available 2-stars. In the 2-star category, we have Saki with her release celebration gacha card, we have the Ichika from Stella After the Rain, MEIKO from Resonating with You, Honami from Intersecting Melodies Going Warmth, and finally Shiho from the event Draw Your Bow in This White World. We also have 5 available 3-stars, which is a pretty rare occurrence, especially when we already have 5 available 2-stars. The 3-star roster includes the release celebration gacha Leonid Luca, the Honami from Stella After the Rain, the Shiho from Knock the Future, the Leonid Rin from Don't Lose Faith, and finally the Saki from the event Echo My Melody. On top of this decent roster, we have 12 available 4-stars, 5 of which are limited. The limited cards include the Honami and the Saki from the event Let's Have the Absolute Best Summer, and the trio of Shiho, Ichika, and Saki from the event Don't Lose Faith. These limited cards are joined by the 7 permanent cards with a 50% bonus, including the Luca from the Sekai's Happy New Year's event, the Saki from the Tenma Household Hinamatsuri event, the Ichika and the Leonid MEIKO from the event Singing With You in a World Where Cherry Blossoms Dance, and finally the trio of Shiho, Ichika, and Leonid Kaito from the event That Day The Sky Was Far Away. And as a final bonus gift, we do have a happy birthday card available, being the Happy Birthday Honami from second year. On top of this already stellar roster, we do have 6 available cards with a 40% bonus. The 40% cards this time around include the 1-star Luca, the Happy Anniversary MEIKO from first year, the Happy Anniversary Len from first year, the Colorful Festival Luca and Miku from second anniversary, And finally, the Happy Anniversary Rin from second year. And man, is this event roster great, but it does come with a few caveats that I will be pointing out. The Shiho from the event Draw Your Bow in This White World, in other words the 2-star card, has not yet joined the standard gacha pool. This means that there are only 4 available 2-stars that have been in the gacha pool for quite some time, the closest card to Shiho being the Honami card, who joined the gacha pool with the Vivid Old Tale event in July of last year. We see a similar problem with the 3-star, as the Leonid Rin will be joining the gacha pool with the gacha Space Colony that will be running alongside this event, meaning that this is the first event gacha where she's available in the standard gacha pool if you did not pick her up during the Don't Lose Faith event. This also means that the Saki from the Echo My Melody has not yet entered the standard gacha pool, being completely unavailable if you did not play and pick her up during the Echo My Melody event. This again means that there are only 3 available 3-stars that have been in the gacha pool for quite some time, the closest card being Shiho, which released with the pop-up picture book event that ran in April of last year. So if you did not play during Echo My Melody or Draw Your Bow in This White World, you will not be having Saki's 3-star card or Shiho's 2-star card available to you. You could get the Leonid Rin if you did not play during Don't Lose Faith if you're planning on summoning from the Space Colony gacha, but if you're not, you are out of luck for that 3-star card too. As for newer players, the 3 available 3-stars and the 4 available 2-stars does actually cover the entirety of the Leonid band. And if you as a new player don't have 5 cards available to use during this event, you can always use the 1-star Luca to fill out your roster, as she gives a 40% bonus and is owned by everyone. We have been off to a pretty rocky start when it comes to event building for year 3, and I think that this event really showcases how event building should look, as it is beginner friendly to build an event team. I think most players will be able to build a team with a 250% bonus or at least a 240% bonus without any major issues. And I think by this point in Project Sekai's life cycle that should be the standard for the event, but as we've seen during this year, that's really not the case. There is not much more to say about this event roster, as it is very solid, and instead we can move over to the future usability of the focus cards from the gacha itself. And the good news continue for this event, as all 3 cards sees use at least once, with one of them seeing use twice. Honami is the card that sees use twice, and she will see use during the event, standing next to the Kind and Gentle You that will run from May 31st to June 8th this year. Standing next to the Kind and Gentle You is a mixed cheerful carnival event in the pure attribute, with Kanade, Honami and Emu as the focus characters in the gacha, and Mizuki and Leonid Rin as the exchange shop characters. This does of course mean that Honami is available with a 70% bonus if you do summon from the Standing Next to the Kind and Gentle You gacha. And seeing as this is a cheerful carnival, she will be a limited card with a special hairstyle and costume included. This does mean that the Get Over It Honami is slightly less valuable, as you could get her with a 70% bonus if you rather summon from the limited event Standing Next to the Kind and Gentle You. And this is also including the fact that there were several options for Honami in the pure attribute. After Standing Next to the Kind and Gentle You, all 3 of the cards will then see use during the event Stick It to Your Faith that will run from October 22nd to October 29th this year. Stick It to Your Faith is a Leonid unit focused marathon event in the pure attribute with Shiho, Honami and Leonid Rin as the focus characters in the gacha, and Ichika and Saki as the exchange shop characters. This once again means that technically the Honami card alone has a lower value than the Saki and the MEIKO, but considering that the Space Colony gacha is a bundle of 3 cards, it is pretty high value, seeing as MEIKO and Saki will only ever be useful with a 50% bonus. That is after all a 2 out out of 3 value when it comes to 50% cards if you are going to summon from the Get Over It event. So if you have decided to summon from the Space Colony Gacha, Saki and MEIKO will see use as 50% cards in a slightly higher value than the Honami, as she will be available both as a limited card and a permanent card in future upcoming events where she has a 70% bonus. But as always, you should not summon from a gacha because of the potential usability of the cards. Instead, you should pick the cards that you love. The usability is only nice to know so you can plan ahead of time. As for the exchange shop cards, the 2-star Shiho is of the cute attribute and has not seen any use on the Japanese side as far as we can currently see. The Ichika, on the other hand, is of the cool attribute and will see use during 3 different events during this year. She will first see use during the event Connected by Our Stellar Song, which is a Leonid unit focused event of the marathon variety with cool as its attribute. This event will run from the 21st of July to the 29th of July, and the focus characters in the gacha is Ichika, Shiho, and Kaito, meaning that Ichika is available with a 70% bonus if you do decide to summon from this event. This is then followed by the event Over Here, Over There, Zookeeper Experience, that is a mixed marathon event in the cool attribute that will run from the 12th of October to the 18th of October, with the focus characters for the gacha being Minori, Shiho, and More Jump Luca. This means that Ichika is not available with a 70% bonus during this event, meaning that the exchange shop card from Space Colony is the highest value you can have on your Ichika if you do not have a 4-star ranked up to Mastery Rank 1. Finally, Ichika will see use during the event The Courage to Lead, The Kindness in My Heart, that is a Leonid unit focused event of the marathon variety, once again in the cool attribute, with the focus characters in the gacha being Honami, Ichika, and Leonid Kaito. This does mean that once again Ichika is available with a 70% bonus during this event if you do decide to summon from The Courage to Lead, The Kindness in My Heart, which theoretically means that the exchange shop card Ichika would be less value during this event, but I think that you should still pick it up as it sees use during 3 different events and is highly valuable for gem farming. So definitely look into pick up the Ichika as soon as possible so you do not forget to grab her while you can. And I think that summarizes the usabilities of the exchange shop cards and the focus cards for this event, so I think we can move over to the card and costume showcase. So we arrive at the final question. Should you summon from the Space Colony Gacha and participate in the Get Over It event? And as always, the answer is yes if these costumes make you happy, you have the funds, and you feel like this is the event for you. I can definitely see the appeal of the Space Colony costumes and card arts, and I will give all my luck to the people who'd wish to summon from this gacha. But if you're on the fence if you want to summon from the Space Colony Gacha, there are a few things we can point out. This is of course a marathon event, meaning that these cards are permanent cards. Permanent card means that these cards will enter the standard gacha pool once the event ends, being available in every subsequent event going forward. This means that you can pick them up during summons for something like a limited event, colorful festival, or even through paid gachas such as pick lists or happiness packages. though it does take around 3 months for the cards to enter the paid gacha pool. You can also, if you wait a year, exchange your green vouchers for these cards in the exchange tab. And again, this does mean that the permanent cards are slightly more accessible than the limited cards, and therefore in certain cases could be argued have a lower value than the limited cards, as there are less stipulations and less of a pressure to pick up permanent cards when they release during an event. It is also worth mentioning that Leonid has great coverage of the pure attribute when it comes to unit events, meaning that it isn't as much of a benefit to pick up these cards right now, as you can cover most of the future Leonid pure events without any major issues. And of course, there are a few limited alternatives for these characters. The first new limited costume we will see is Honami during the event, standing next to the kind and gentle you, that will run from May 31st to June 8th. This will then be followed by Saki, who will be available during the event Cafe Rec, that will run from July 31st to August 8th this year. MEIKO will then be available as a virtual singer tagged card during the Colorful Festival portion of the Hello Good Day event. This event is more commonly referred to as 3rd anniversary, and the Colorful Festival portion with MEIKO and Kaito as the Colorful Festival characters will be running from September 30th to October 3rd. This is followed by yet another MEIKO limited card being tagged as Leonid, and she will arrive during the event next to the Unchanging Warmth that will run from December 31st to January 7th. Then we also have the newest couple of limited cards that just released for 3.5 anniversary on the Japanese side. Saki and Honami are available during this event, Saki being a Colorful Festival card with Emu and Tsukasa, while Honami is part of the event with Kaito and Akito. Seeing as Saki is a Colorful Festival card, she will only be available during the short duration of the Colorful Festival Gacha, being between March 30th and April 4th, 2025. Honami, on the other hand, is part of the event roster, meaning that she will be available during the full event Gacha duration, which will run from March 30th to April 8th. And finally, we do have a special limited card, as Saki is the representative for the Sanrio collab for Leonid. Saki featuring Pom Pom Pudding will be available if the event runs like it did on the Japanese server from December 5th to December 19th, but as always, take this with a pinch of salt, as Sanrio nor Sega has confirmed that this event will run on the English server, and we can never know before Sega decides to announce it 2 days before it starts, as always. So do lower your expectations in the case that we do not get the Sanrio collab because of Sanrio or Sega not being willing to release it to the global audience. We also do have a few reruns confirmed for these characters, the first one being the Graceful Maiden Gacha that will rerun in June, somewhere between the 13th and the 17th. This is of course the Wedding Gacha, including Vivid Bad Squad MEIKO. This gacha also has its second rerun already confirmed for February 2025 and will rerun sometime between the 15th and the 18th. This is then followed by the first rerun of the gacha Before the Storm that includes Shiho, Saki and Ichika, and should be rerunning sometime between the 13th and the 17th of September this year. We then see the second rerun for the Year 2 New Year's, A Hope for a New Year's gacha that includes the limited Honami sometime between the 15th and the 18th of January 2025. And this is then concluded by the second rerun of the Secret Tea Time gacha, including Saki, Airi and Emu sometime between the 15th and the 18th of March March 2025. So there are quite a few options if you'd rather wait for a really pretty limited card for either MEIKO, Saki or Honami. Personally, I am definitely going for 3.5-year anniversary cards. That entire set is gorgeous. So I hope with all of this information you have made a decision if you're going to summon from the Space Colony Gacha or if you're going to participate and maybe even tier in the Get Over It event. I do really think that everyone should at least participate so they can pick up the 3-star, the 2-star and the free crystals from the exchange shop. And I can definitely see what people like in these costumes, and I would definitely not be disappointed if I do get these cards through a colorful festival or limited gacha later down the line. So please, if you made it all this way, tell me down in the comments, do you like these cards? Do you think the costumes are cute? Are you going to tier for this event, or are you waiting for another event? I'm always idle ear to hear your opinions on Project Sekai. And if you haven't already, please post some comments about the short form content I posted, as I do like the constructive criticism that you guys always give me. And while you're down there, if you haven't already, please subscribe, ring the bell, leave a like and share it with a Project Sekai friend that could really use the help. Sometimes we all feel a bit confused over this game. And I want to thank you all for making it to the end of the video. It really means a lot to me. But with that, I will not keep you any longer. Let's get out of here for the week.